When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thank you for telling a friend. We are trying something different tonight with everybody remote. Danny, on your screen is Cliff Clavin of Billified. What's going on, Danny, man?
Yeah, Sammy, I'm hearing a lot of stuff lately, and I want to make sure everybody's informed.
I guess so. And Kevin from his basement. I like it. Danny's got like Danny blurred his background, but he's got a really cool chair. Kevin did not blur his background. He just doesn't give a shit. It's K-Dog. Balls deep on the west side.
It's just like being in Greg Connor's basement, baby.
Yeah. Except the exact opposite.
Minus the walls, minus the drywall, the molding, the crown molding that he has, all that stuff. Greg will be
TVs, kitchen, fridge.
Greg will be
trophy.
joining us in a little while. I have a couple things that have been going on that I will ask your guys' opinion on it, only because I think Kevin is going to either, if he hasn't already, maybe facing this soon, and I think all of us at some point in our own lives have been kind of in the position I'm about to tell you. So I'm notorious, as you guys would know, of not maybe planning out far enough.
I mean, the fact that we're doing a remote podcast 4 years after a global pandemic, like everybody else.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well, I like it better with everybody in the studio just for the vibe and stuff, and then I think the sound overall is better. But either way,
better Diddy party that way for you.
Yes, a better Diddy party. And so, but I call my oldest son for his birthday, and he's down in New York City, and he says to me, "Hey, I've been talking to everybody in the family, minus me, to find out if everybody will come down. What's the best day to come down around Thanksgiving?" Because he's in New York City. And I'm thinking, why would we do that? Because everybody goes to my mom's, which is about 80, 90 miles north of Manhattan. So he said, Jordan says he's bringing his girlfriend. And I, what? Yeah.
Get my mom and dad back together on Thanksgiving.
Jordan's bringing his girlfriend. And I went,
girlfriend?
Well, I met the girl at
the one at the ball game?
Yeah, the one at the ball game.
She stuck with him after he stiffed her for 4 innings?
Yeah,
usually that's a good time.
I guess so. Yes, she did. She stayed.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I called down there Labor Day weekend. I called him, and he answers. He's in the car, and we're talking for about what felt like 4 or 5 minutes. And then he goes, "Hey, Dad, say hi to your favorite person." And I hear, "Hi, Mr. Moran." And
you're thinking Jameson?
I couldn't. You're funny. I couldn't remember her name. Like I couldn't remember at the moment. So anyway, lovely time. So I guess she's coming for Thanksgiving, and so then I'm like,
August.
I go, what? Yeah. What is? So wouldn't you ask first? So then I get a call from Jordan. Hey, Jackson texted me saying that you say you claim you know nothing about my girlfriend coming. And I said, Jordan, don't pull this kind of shit on me. You don't think that I will not remember you telling me you're bringing a stranger to my mother's house for Thanksgiving?
To get a girlfriend.
Well, I mean, do you know what I'm saying? What? Like, don't you ask in some way before you go? Shouldn't there be some kind of, or no? Or am I wrong?
Did he ask about March?
No. So somehow then the word got out, and my sister is involved, and my mother. So I say something to my mom. She's like, "Oh, don't make a big deal about it. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful." I said, "Me too, but wouldn't you ask first?" And then what was pissing me off was like, "I told you." And I'm like, "No, the fuck you didn't. And I know what you're doing. You're lying."
Gaslighting.
Well, I don't.
I got it 50-50.
What do you mean? No, he never did. Kevin, I would never forget if you say that. So anyway,
I don't know. You are forgetful sometimes.
not for things like that. Not your girlfriend. Like you don't think like I'm gonna go. All right.
Not for podcast material.
No, not for podcast material. You're right. If it's that, I'm gonna remember, and I will remember that. But that was the thing. I was like, God damn, dude, what is going on? So then, so I guess that's happening. And then today, I pick up Jameson. Jameson had hurt his wrist over the weekend. Hurt his wrist again. And then yesterday, Kevin and I were sort of testing what we're doing now, out. I get a call. Hey, can I, he's standing behind me. Can you come get me?
Just a random arm?
Can you get, well, I'll explain it in a second. Can you come get me? I'm at the skate park. And I said, it's raining. I go, you're not going to melt in the rain. Back. He's on a scooter. Dude hits the bridge over the canal, and it's the steel bridge. Slips, falls, goes down, has a huge bruise up his elbow, back, hand, wrist all cut up, all this. So today he's telling me that he hurt it, in gym again. It was bothering him. And then I look at it, and it looks really swollen. And I go, well, first he's like, well, maybe just a wrist brace. So we go to Walgreens. I needed to get something. The line for Walgreens is out the door, around the corner, and up another block. It's like, you can't even. So I go, let me see the wrist. And then I said, all right, let's just go to urgent care. So that's where I spent my afternoon. But they had snacks.
I feel semi-bad too, because I had the same sentiment you did. Suck it up, Buttercup. It's dripping a little rain. Get your ass back here.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little
I'm
bit
not
of
paying
rain.
the copay, but I feel bad.
Well, so anyway, I in the end, wrist just sprained. That's why he's got a wrist brace on. There's basketball tonight. There's parent meetings tonight. There's all that. Do you see how much my life has changed in just a short period of time? In just a short period of time, I've got I feel like I'm Kevin, and I only got one. Kevin's running two at least, maybe depending on who's home, three. Yeah.
I got to run hockey.
Plus a dog.
Plus, I got hockey dads I got to deal with.
Well, the hockey dads are fun. You just go and drink with those guys. There's nobody. There's no problem.
Somebody's got to get us home.
So
it ain't Doug.
I go on I'm out on a walk today. I've been trying to figure out a time to work out every day because, Danny can't be the only one to lose some weight on this podcast. And not that Kevin's not going to lose weight, but I just, I'm just,
right now.
I'm just betting. So I'm out on this walk today.
Half an hour ago.
And I can't get the video to go, but I got to show you two things I noticed. One house, all out. I mean, all out. And I have video, and I'll put it up on social media. I wanted to show it here, but I got caught up at the urgent care, so I didn't get it over. They're all out for Halloween. They have funny little tombstones set up with like a fence around it and a giant skeleton and then a giant character from some spooky movie that I don't recognize. I recognize the character. I just don't know the movie. I think it's a newer one and a kid's one. And these things have to be 8 to 10 feet tall. All over.
I don't get those giant skeletons. Where the hell do you store them after?
I have no idea. But they're all decorated, and I felt a little bad because they were backing out of their driveway at about 7:45, 7:40 this morning, and I'm filming their yard. But I think they appreciated it. A lot of work went into this. A lot of work. I go 5 houses down on the same street, and this, fellas, this is the picture that I saw. I want you to look. Can you see this? Somebody's already decorated for Christmas. That is a ladder. Oh. There's a wreath. There's wreaths on the front of the house. I didn't want to take a picture of the front of the house because I thought it was too identifiable. But if you look right up here, there's the lights running up and down the ridge. The ladder was still up from the night before, all around the windows here. And in the front of the house, they had all the stuff as well.
Is that safe to leave a ladder up overnight on a roof?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but
no. That means no. Typically,
I'm thinking
it could be one of it could be one of those crews. You are on the east side where people do pay to get their lights put up for them.
Oh, that's true.
Okay,
and you get them when they come. They come.
Yeah, but they're already up. It's not even October yet, and
we haven't even cleared the Halloween candy yet. Okay,
I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah,
I had this argument with my neighbor. His wife was on the show with us. We did Sam's graduation.
Okay,
they yell at me every year. I put my Christmas lights up like the first or second week of November. I'm like, listen, I got kids that play youth hockey. I ain't gonna be out here when it's snowing and cold putting this shit up.
No, I
I'm
understand
gonna do
that.
it when I can do it.
And the weather's warmer.
If they turn on, it's because I have a 10-year-old.
Or
If they turn on, it's because I got a 10-year-old.
Right. I got you. Yes, Dan.
Or you could just not do it, like my family, and no one cares. No one's going to notice.
You don't decorate?
No.
Well,
no.
Here was the thing that I was.
We were the opposite of the Griswolds. Okay,
Oh.
we saved the town, the auxiliary electricity.
So wait, as a kid growing up, your dad didn't decorate?
No.
Oh,
No, we inside the house. You'd have a Christmas tree. My mother put it up, and that was all her bag, man. That was it. You know, we didn't.
He didn't do anything outside.
House. No.
Jesus don't like lights on the outside.
No, we didn't need to. We had Jesus in our hearts.
We had the wicker deer that were out in the front yard, and my brother made them mount each other.
So did my father. My father drove to my uncle lived on Route 20, okay? So US Route 20, which extends all the way across the country, and every major, trucker drives that route. And my father snuck out in my uncle's house, his oldest brother, and mounted the 2 deer in the wintertime, got in the car and took off. My uncle kept saying, somebody keeps coming to my house and mounting the deer. I don't know who's doing it. It was my father.
Well, anyway, that was the that's pretty funny. That's the that's what's going on. I couldn't believe that somebody's already decorated for Christmas. And here's what I was thinking, Dan. Has Halloween surpassed Christmas in terms of celebrations? Now, we do have the lights. Yeah, I'm wondering, honestly.
For adults, yes, because Christmas is stressful. Okay, now I hate Halloween.
I do too. I've never been a fan.
It's my wife's favorite holiday. Okay, which is another issue.
No, she married you. That's kind of scary, just in and of itself.
Yeah,
hey,
right.
Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah. I married a witch before that, Billy. Hey.
No, that's bitch, Dan. Bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Halloween has become our generation never grew up. Okay, we live in a state of perpetual arrested development. Part of the double there, but. The thing is, though, is that it's an excuse for adults to dress up or, quote, get sexy and try to, outdo each other, even though everything's already been done. There's nothing really new or innovative or creative about Halloween. It's just an excuse to go party as an adult because that's your reward for taking your kid trick-or-treating. But, Christmas is stressful and nobody wants to deal with it, but everybody has to deal with it.
Yeah.
I went to sexy Bill Belichick last year at Stephanie's party, and I was hot.
Full Belichick.
Oh, yeah. You did go. Belichick. Yeah. Sexy Belichick. Yeah. Well, a sexy Belichick has, what is she, 27, 24, 22? What is she, his girlfriend?
Yeah, she's 20. She's
something in that.
25? Is that what she is? She's a philosopher, right?
She's a running back.
I watch the tapes. I review them, and I play them back for her.
All right. Speaking of football, Greg Connors is going to join us momentarily. Breaking down the Bills. Bills getting ready for the Ravens. I don't know, Dan. I'm sure you have thoughts as well, but I'll ask you quickly. Were you surprised by the score against the Jags?
Yes. Yeah. I thought it would be closer. I thought the Bills would win. I thought it would be like a touchdown, though. I didn't think they'd blow them out of the water because Jacksonville always gives Buffalo a tough time. But it seems like if it's down south or overseas, Jacksonville wins. If it's in Buffalo, Buffalo wins.
But
they've been talking about how it's a mini rivalry.
Buddy.
Yeah, they slapped the taste out of Jacksonville's mouths. And Jacksonville's got a problem under center. And people are talking about it now.
Well, is it the coach, though?
No, it's not. It's not Peterson.
It's not Doug Peterson.
It's Lord. His mechanics suck. Here's the thing about Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl before his the guy that he mentored under or menteed under, and that would be Andy Reid. He won it with Nick Foles when Nick Foles replaced the guy who should have won the MVP that year if he didn't get hurt, Carson Wentz. He made both of those guys winners. And he wins a Super Bowl against Bill Belichick and the Patriots. All of a sudden, then he comes to Jacksonville after Urban Meyer almost burned the entire place to the ground. Gets them to the playoffs, resurrects Trevor Lawrence's career. And all of a sudden, Trevor Lawrence starts taking steps back, and we're going to blame Doug Peterson?
Yeah. I really don't know. I mean, I hear
I think it's a cop-out.
But people think I hear that it's usually I hear that about Peterson, and we saw what he did in Philadelphia, but they go, but he couldn't do it again. So I don't know. Look, football to me it looks impossible to coach and play that game.
They had the Chiefs on
level.
the ropes like 2 years ago in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, Peterson knows football. Here's why nobody wants to admit Trevor Lawrence might be a problem. Because everybody, and I mean everybody, including this guy right here, said he's a generational talent. He's going to go first overall. And they anointed him the chosen one before he got back on the plane to go to Clemson in his freshman year after he won the national championship game. And now nobody wants to eat their words, so it's got to be the head coach's fault, right? It's not. We're not wrong. He's got to be wrong. Bull crap. It's on Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence doesn't love football enough to care. That's the problem. That's the knock on Trevor Lawrence. Right. And people said that when he came out of college, and nobody listened.
Well, you did.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Maybe I should do a podcast. I don't know.
We'll take a moment, and we will be joined by Greg Connors right after this. BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the Mall at Grease Ridge. Would you humor me for just a moment? Here we go. Ready? It's BTB. Yeah. I don't know why that hit me. BTB. It's dynamite. You know what? Here's the thing. If you don't have plans for Sunday Fun Day, you spend it all day at BTB. You get there for the brunch at 11 o'clock. They're revamping the brunch menu. Matt Reese gave us a little preview of that earlier in the week. But that's not coming until October. But go over there. You carb up, get the breakfast pizza, maybe the waffles. I don't know. Buy one, get one, Bloody Marys and mimosas, right? We'll meet there around 11, and then we'll start with the 1 o'clock game. We'll get some shareables for that. 4 o'clock game, we'll have a handheld, and then the Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. That's the game. We get ourselves an entree. We settle right in with a bucket of beer. And we have ourselves a hell of a time because it's BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill with over 50 TVs. The best seat in the house is every seat in the house when you're at BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill because it's BTB in the mall at Grease Ridge. Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They're on Route 96 in Victor. You go out there, you're walking into a state-of-the-art dealership with a sales team that knows their product better than anybody. You tell them your needs. You tell them your budget, they're going to work with you to get you into something safe and reliable. Now, I have been driving a Jeep Hybrid, the Wrangler Hybrid, and I love it because I haven't really driven an electric car on a consistent basis, and I absolutely love this. It's great for cruising around town on electric. It drives the pickup. There's no difference. Maybe it's a little quieter. That would be the only difference. But all the things you expect from Jeep still happen. There's no diminish. It's fantastic. And look, they can work with you and tell you about all their electric vehicles, the hybrid vehicles, what's going to be best for you and your needs. I'm telling you, there's no better place than Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Now, you can find out more about them at victorcdjr.com. That's their website. Go out there in person, though, man. Kick a few tires. Talk to the people. You're just not going to get better service and a better quality product than you'll find at Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Tell them Billified sent you.
Jesus Christ, man! I had to cut out before you guys did the contest about the medical or sex thing. I finished it off today at work, and fucking the elderly lady snuck up on me, and she was listening at the same time. The only reason I knew she was behind me was because she started laughing and walked away, but it was towards the end. Dude, you guys fucking rocked. It was, dude, pissing my pants. Holy shit, dude. Tear it up, brother. Tear it up. And, Steph, let me know.
Steph, let me know, Steph. How funny is that guy? It's our caller, Danny. I got back into the voicemail. I found it.
Found him.
Yes, it's working. It's a lovely thing that it finally is working again. All this stuff when
This
you're
hurricane is crazy.
Yeah, how bad?
It's hurricane because it's closing Waffle Houses preemptively.
Wow, Waffle House never closes. Like I don't think I'm not kidding. I don't think Waffle Houses ever close. It does? Jameson says it does. But for tornadoes, I would assume. Oh, they close. Well,
only in the hood.
Yeah, but they're because of inclement weather. Danny, the Bills, is this the biggest test they've had so far this season? Coming up
so far
Sunday night?
It's hilarious because it's a 1-3 team, but yes, so far.
It is a 1-3 team. I mean, basically you have last year's MVP up against what many are saying at this point is the league's MVP. At this point. And again, 3 weeks in.
Yeah, at this point. Allen's been fantastic.
With more on that, let's bring him in. Greg Connors from Connors and Ferris. Let's see if there he is. All right. Well, we're trying to get everybody adjusted here. There he is. Hello, Greg.
There's Greg.
Wow, man. Look at this technology here, man. This is fantastic.
The technology is great. It's all working so well. Kevin's
I
in
get to see you guys, and I'm even in Buffalo.
Oh, you are? Okay.
In the Buffalo office, yeah.
All right. Well, how are things in Buffalo today?
Good, man. It's sunny out. It's warm. It's a great day to play football if you're playing football today.
Yes,
but,
it is a great if you're playing football today. So, Greg, when first of all, that had to be a hell of a game to be at Monday night, but not. I mean, probably one of the most exciting things. Damar Hamlin getting an interception. I mean, that just is sort of serendipitous in a way, the way it all kind of went down, and then. And just Josh being as what looked like as close to perfect as you can. And I don't know what's changed, right? We all thought with Stephon Diggs not being there, and it's like Stephon who, and Joe Brady really seems to have figured it out and balanced it, and not everything's fallen on Josh Allen's shoulders.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a much better defense or much better offense with the balance, right? I mean, it's a team. You got to have 11 guys doing their job, fulfilling their role, doing their responsibility. And this team is acknowledged the fact that they've got the pieces and they put them in the right spots. And you don't necessarily need this number one ego. It's like, who's your number one receiver? Khalil's your number one receiver. He's the guy who can catch the ball whenever you need it.
Yeah.
Kincaid is your number one receiver if you need a big guy to make that catch. He's going to catch the ball.
Right.
You don't need a number one personality. What Diggs is the number one personality. Right now, the only personality on that team that is big enough to handle the whole thing is Coach McDermott and Josh Allen. I mean, what Coach McDermott did by sitting Keon Coleman is exactly what you need to do as a team. You're part of a unit. Everybody needs to be able to trust one another. If you can't show up on time, if you can't do your job and your role and your responsibility as they tell you, your teammates can't trust you, you're going to fall apart because you're not going to be where you need to be. Keon shows up late, discipline, you got to fit in, you got to do your role. This offense right now is running as well as it did under the K-Gun and Jim Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, Danny, it was unbelievable watching it. Was the most exciting thing happening on a Monday night. The other Monday night game was not as exciting, and it did have some great plays along the way, and I think we see a star in the making in Washington, but man.
Yeah, I mean, I watched some of that. The Jaden Daniels, and he looks solid.
Mm-hmm.
He looks solid. But the thing is, like, everyone's throwing bouquets at Allen, and he deserves them. But like Greg said, Allen didn't have to do a ton.
No.
Okay, I'll take what they call it, the free money. Bing, bing,
yeah.
Bing, bing. Yeah, I'm going to run this time. I'm not going to force it, but if I have to, I will. Okay, I'll run. Now I'm going to ding, 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 ding. I mean, it was perfect. And you know what? He actually, it was awesome. The only thing that was bad about that offense was, again, James Cook dropping another touchdown.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Allen didn't have to do a lot, like what Greg's saying. And you know why? Because somebody's missing. We know that somebody is missing. He's in Houston. They'll see him in a couple of weeks, but they don't have to tiptoe on eggshells around him.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get Steph the ball. He's got to see it first. You got to look his way. Allen's going through his progressions like, okay, you're all right, you. This time you. And you got receivers coming out of the backfield and stuff. They're doing formations they've never done before. And they look really good.
I love what Joe Brady's doing with formations, right? He's shifting, he's moving, he's bumping the run, he's jumping the running back and forth. He's given Josh a pre-snap read, which we talked about last year about how it helps so much, even the offensive line in terms of blocking schemes. What I saw in that game on Monday night, though, for me, just really kind of solidified where Josh is right now in his preparation. In the second quarter, Josh has all kinds of time in the world. He's sitting in the pocket. He's looking comfortable. He's looking downfield. It's like you can see him like twitching. He just wanted to hammer it.
Right.
But what did he do? He checked down. He threw it right out into the flat. I believe it was to Cook or it was to Johnson. And then they got like 8-10 yards, whatever it was. I was like, okay, that is the play that Josh would make a bad decision and then things would begin to unravel. And he did that on more than one occasion in that Jaguars game. That, to me, that development, that growth is really what's going to separate Josh at this point in his career moving forward than in the first 5 years. And that, to me, is what is most exciting about this offense.
I agree. And there's a real comfortable attitude with Josh, even post-game, pre-game. I was saying to these guys, too, you know, I've known comics that before they go on stage, you can't talk to them. You can't go near them. And then I've known other comics that I'm always amazed. Dom Herrera, who you may remember, he played sometimes the prop comic on Seinfeld and stuff, but really funny, truly funny guy. And he was at the Montreal Comedy Fest. We all went out to dinner. He's playing this big amphitheater, and they're playing his intro music as he's saying goodbye to us and, hey, I'll see you after the show. And he just walks out and hits the stage. It was like Von Miller. But the things you can't see at the stadium was ESPN has a microphone in his face as the intern or whomever's in charge of getting them out on the field is like, you got to go, you got to go, you got to go. And they're waiting for him to wrap up. And he didn't even care. And then he went out and got a sack. And I go, it seems like this whole team is relaxed, at least on the let's call it leaders on each side of the ball. They seem like they're relaxed and solidified. And I really thought that even what Josh Allen said and DeMar, that when everybody ran over, like the whole team, DeMar said, I felt like the team was more excited that I got the interception than I was. And it just shows you that, boy, whatever McDermott and Bean have done to bring that together, that seems to be a big thing that was missing for years in Buffalo.
Yeah, for me, what I look at it is that they're all invested. Each of these guys have such an investment in each other that when you see somebody like DeMar who went through what he went through almost a year and a half or so now, and to see him come all that way and then make that play when it was a big play, the game wasn't over at that point in time. That was a huge play for them, and to see that level of success, you can't wish something good upon someone as wonderful as DeMar is as a human being. And these guys know it, and they love that guy, and to see him have that success, and that's when you know you've got something special. What this team has done the first 3 weeks is special. Now what they have to do in the NFL, and this is the hardest thing, is stay healthy and be consistent with it. And they're going into Baltimore this Sunday night, hostile environment, and it's going to be raining. The weather forecast is like 80% chance of rain the entire game. This is where those things get to be tested. That's where the trust is. You've got to have trust in your players and your guys next to you that they're going to do their role. And you've got to stay disciplined and do your job in those horrible weather conditions. Because Derrick Henry's going to beat you. Well, this game, the way it's set up with the weather, is setting right up for Derrick Henry.
That was the thing I was going to ask you. You know, they certainly, ETN, when he wanted to, seemed to be able to run on Buffalo. He slipped through a couple of times. Now, I'm thinking Derrick Henry. I mean, ETN is not on Derrick Henry's level. No. Right, and that is somewhat concerning, no?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, the Bills' defensive line, they're best when they pin their ears back and they get after it. That's when they're at their best. the Bills' weakness of the defense is that second level. It's the linebacking core, and it's against the run. When the secondary is making tackles, then you're not in good shape. So right now with Derrick Henry coming into this game, this will be the first real test of how do the Bills really square up against a run-oriented team. And if the Ravens, and given the weather, I suspect the Ravens will probably run the ball 2/3 of their downs, probably 2/3. Unless, and the key to this is like, look, the Bills did such a great job against Jacksonville. 5 possessions in the first half, 5 touchdowns.
Right.
You got to start to pass the ball. You can't run the ball. You can't have that same balance because you're going to eat up too much of the clock. You got to preserve the time. If the Bills have to stop Derrick Henry at some point in time in the game. It's either the beginning of the game and then convert on your possessions for touchdowns, and then you got to get Baltimore chasing him. It's going to take them out of the run game, or you got to stop them at the end of the game, which means that you're behind or that you're even and they're pounding the ball down your throat and they've got balance. But either way, this Bills defense has got to stop Derrick Henry. I prefer the Bills stop him in the first half, have that done in the first half, and then they convert those possessions into touchdowns, and then the Ravens are trailing and trying to catch up, and then that's when the defense can get into the rhythm, which is pin the rears back, get after the quarterback, and then have their speed play.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to stop Derrick.
Did you feel, Danny, I don't know how much you saw of the Dallas and Ravens game, but
I watched it twice.
I mean, you watched it twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm sorry. Why the fuck? Well,
I watched it. I want to go. No, I watched it in real time.
Yeah.
I watched it in real time. Yeah. And then I watched it again last night in the 30-minute recap.
Okay.
Did Dallas win any one of them?
The key play.
Dallas did not win either time.
I'll tell you what,
Dallas they keep losing.
In that fourth quarter looked good, and some of the backs, defensive backs, were giving up, I think, total 80 yards, one of the guys, throughout the game, right, collectively.
I wanted to address that. You always have to be aware of a team that has a bad fourth quarter going into the next game.
Right.
Or a bad second half. Baltimore's defense and offense had a very bad fourth quarter on Sunday. If let's put it this way, sorry, Cowboys fans, but if Dallas had a decent quarterback, they win that game. I mean, at one point, Tom Brady, I don't know if you guys heard this, it's quarterbacks who become broadcasters very rarely rip on other quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Dak, man, that was like a C+ throw. I mean, he's killing them. And he's right. I mean, Dak made some horrible throws, some terrible decisions. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to this, it's like with Baltimore, it's like Greg was saying, you got to shut down Henry because Lamar Jackson in a hurricane wind or even the rain, he can't throw the ball to begin with. He's not a downfield passer. He's swing passes and screen passes, and then he runs, and then he'll set you up over the middle. And if they shut down the run game, I can't believe I'm saying this about a former 2-time MVP, but hey, make him beat you with his arm, and you'll win the football game because the Bills have a pretty competent quarterback on their side of the ball.
A better quarterback.
They'll be fine.
Well,
and the other thing, too, is –
No, I was going to say, Dan, beat you with his arm in the pocket.
Yes.
Lamar has thrown more interceptions from the pocket than from outside the pocket. Lamar's strength is throwing the ball when he breaks the pocket. So if you can keep it in that pocket, that's where you beat him throwing the ball, when he has to throw the ball. Sorry to interrupt.
Right. The other thing too is Justin Tucker, who is an all-world kicker, hasn't been that good this year. And now you're kicking with weather. So put that Buffalo's got to go to this game and have a solid victory.
Yeah, I hope we don't have to wait. I hope T-Bass is not kicking up 52-yarder
in the rain.
In the rain to win this game. I hope he's kicking a 52-yarder. We're up by one to solidify it. But I hope we don't have to depend on his leg in these circumstances. All I can think of is the Eagles game last year.
The weather, is this
you cannot,
part of the hurricane in Florida?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's like the remnants of that.
I'm no meteorologist, but
Neither am
I think it is.
Well, they're hunkering down in Georgia right now. That's the big thing. It's like Mexico, Georgia, it's coming through there. Up through that way. And I talked to some people today, and they're in Atlanta, and they're like, yeah, we're hunkering down right now. We're expecting a hurricane any minute. I'm like, and you're on the phone? Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know for the Penn State game on Saturday night, I'm going down. Penn State ranked 9 is playing Illinois, which I believe is 19. It's a 7:30 kickoff. and it's a 25% chance of rain in Penn State College Saturday night. And then I looked at, because I was thinking maybe I can swing down to Baltimore after the Penn State game, but it was like 80% chance of rain. I'm like, there's no way I can't do that. I'm getting too old for that stuff. So, but it's going to be a lot of rain, so that's going to be a factor. I'm excited for what the Bills are doing.
Yeah.
The biggest surprise to me so far this year has been the consistency of the defense. Von Miller last week, look, on that fourth down in the beginning of the fourth quarter, when he made that sack, he went low. He beat him on the edge. He got him from behind with his speed. I'm not going to say that Von is back, but it's good to see that he did what he did, because he certainly didn't do it last year.
No, he's had a sack in every game so far, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think he's had a sack in every game. Should guys be upset that a 35-year-old veteran is beating? It's still got. I mean, look, for us, it's great to see there's gas in the tank, right? You want to see that, yeah, with all that stuff.
Yeah, and I think McDermott and Babbage are managing his I call it, what do they call it? Your throws or your shot clock or your pitch count, right? His pitch count. I'm glad to see they're monitoring his pitch count, because it's a long season, right? And again, right now, I mean, look, this is the hardest part of the Bills schedule. Not the toughest, but the hardest, because you got 3 away games. You got an away game Sunday night in Baltimore. You then have a game away in Houston on Sunday afternoon, and then you've got a Monday night game in New York. These 3 games are huge for the Bills. This game is big for the Bills. I think this game is more of a barometer of where are the Bills in terms of the competition in the league. But the biggest game of these next 3, make no mistake about it, is the game against the Jets in New York, AFC East opponent. I don't want to look past this game, because this is what we got to deal with. That's this week. But as we like to talk about football and the schedule, man, that game Monday night against the Jets, that's huge. But if they take care of business here against Baltimore, man, the Bills will be.
Will you be in New York for the Monday night game?
I may very well, maybe, yes.
You getting rain check for last year's tickets?
Been all 3 games so far.
Yeah.
And this 4th game, if the Bills lose against Baltimore, I'm going to feel guilty. I didn't suck it up and go.
Yeah. He should have headed down to Baltimore.
What'd you say, Kevin?
Are you getting rain check for those tickets for last year?
Nope.
Yeah, right.
No rain check. All right.
Should.
Well, Greg, let me do this real quick. What do you have as a score? And then I'll ask Danny what he has a score. And Kevin probably doesn't care, but I'll ask. What do you got as a score, Greg, for the Bills-Ravens game? Okay, Danny.
Is that my internet or yours?
I think
I'll say 17-7.
17-7. All right. Greg, do you have a score? What's your score?
Okay, I have
17-7 Buffalo, Danny?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, knowing what I know about the weather now,
Yeah.
I think I originally predicted it would be the Bills 35, the Ravens 31.
Okay.
However, with the rain, the way the rain is going to be, I'm going with the Bills 21 and the Ravens 17.
21-17. Okay. Kevin, you want to weigh in, or do you even care?
2-0 Baltimore.
It's a safety. It's a safety. That's it. That's
Walk
By the way,
the Ravens, not the Orioles. My bad.
I have 23-21 Buffalo. I just think it's going to be very close, and that it may come down to a field goal in the end. But we'll see. I'm afraid of Travis Henry. I've always been afraid of Travis Henry.
Yeah.
41-13 Buffalo.
Yeah.
There we go, Kevin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was unbelievable against the Jags. So we've certainly enjoyed that. Right?
Yeah, I can't. That game, I certainly, after the way the Bills have played Jacksonville. I mean, look, I was in London last year when they played Jacksonville. I was thinking after coming off the Miami game, scoring whatever, would they score 60 points, whatever, against Miami last year at home, and then flying to London, they were going to blow the Jags out last year.
Right.
I thought that's the way the game was going to go last year.
Yeah, me too.
I certainly didn't think it was going to go that way this year.
No. Well,
so I was very relieved.
I'm taking the 2.5 points.
You're taking the Bills plus 2.5?
Taking the Bills plus 2.5.
Okay.
That's a good take. I would take that.
That
too.
means that And as we've seen all season long, whatever team I pick, the other one wins. So sorry in advance.
I hate that. All right, well, Greg, thank you for joining us from Buffalo. We can do this now. So far, it's been, modern technology. We're only, as Kevin pointed out, we're 4 years behind the times.
Hey, man.
Do that.
It's good. It's all good.
It's all good.
Good to see you guys, man. It's been too long. We got to get together again soon.
Yes, we do. And
hey, I'll reach out. I'll reach out to you guys. Maybe we should. Maybe I don't know if you're watching the game on Sunday night, but maybe we can do a little. At least you come over for the first half. I know some of you guys, go to bed early and stuff, so you don't stay up for the whole game. But maybe you can come over to the man cave and we can watch the game in the man cave.
That would be a lot of fun. I like that idea
Before
a lot.
Before we let Greg go, though, can we get an update on the Alfred JV team? How are they doing this year? We've heard Penn State. We've heard Buffalo. What's up with Alfred?
Yeah, so Alfred JV team, the record is not reflective as to the level of competition or how competitive they are. They're doing well. They lost in the last possession to the Hobart team, and then they beat Hartwick at Alfred at home, and then they lost last week to the Utica team. Luke, though, Luke did his best impression of Von Miller last week. He got his first sack.
Wow.
Came off the edge.
All right.
Got his first sack, and then he got his first strip sack and fumble recovery, and had a couple tackles. His first game he played against Hobart, he had an interception. So, the kid, he's having fun. Every parent whose kid plays any sports, you just want to see him have fun and enjoy it. He loves being a part of the team, kind of like the atmosphere that McDermott has in Buffalo and how those guys are just all rallying around each other. Luke feels that same way down in Alfred. So it's a lot of fun to watch. It's very surreal, though, to sit there and to watch him on the same field that I played on.
Yeah.
But
Connerson Ferris Field, right?
It's a lot of fun.
And he's starting to get more picks than you, right?
No, man, come on.
Yeah, well, how many? I don't know. He already had one. We know he had one pick.
We never got your
He had
career
one
stats,
pick,
Greg.
right? Yeah, you know what? I think it's 8. I think I had 8 interceptions while I was down there.
Okay, all right.
But
Henry Jones.
Dorm named after you.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
All right.
But,
Well,
no, there's no Connors in Ferris Field. There's just a pavilion down there. You guys would
Dorm.
you guys anybody right. That's true. Anybody that knows me knows that how I like to watch a game in the comforts of like being in the man cave. And so there's a little pavilion down there at the end of the field that gets you out of the elements. So if it rains or if it snows or if it's too hot, you can retreat into the comforts of a little pavilion and watch the game. So
I think it's called Connerson Ferris Pavilion.
Do they allow Grey Goose and water in there?
Is it the Connors Family Pavilion? Stop it, is it? It is. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, God, that warms my heart. I love that.
They still charge him a cover.
They charge him more.
And there may be a bottle of Grey Goose. Well, I don't think alcohol is allowed down there in those confines, but
unless it's named after you.
In a solo cup.
There you
go. It wasn't a lot of Bills camp either, but we somehow made it happen.
Yeah, well, it's what is it? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than or easier to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
That has been my motto all my life. I've had it since I was 9. All right, Greg. Well, enjoy Buffalo, and thank you. Good analysis.
Thanks, guys. It's good seeing you. It's great seeing everybody. See you soon.
All right, we'll see you soon.
No Bills.
We will take a moment, and when we come back, a little update. I just got a text, somebody saying, I don't like to say I told you so, and I won't reveal who it is because that wouldn't be fair, but they may be right about Geoffrey Rogers. We'll get to that right after this. Iron Smoke Distillery in Fairport, New York makes your weekends better. Whether you're sitting in your backyard, maybe around a fire on these cool fall evenings, sipping delicious award-winning bourbon made right here in Fairport, New York at Iron Smoke Distillery, or actually over at Iron Smoke Distillery enjoying the acoustic sunset sessions. Matter of fact, tonight, 5 o'clock, Griffin Weigel will be playing. Then, Friday the 27th, 8:30. That's tonight. Audible takes the stage. Come back again on Saturday. The acoustic sunset session is Meyer and McGuire. Always enjoyable. Begins at 3:30 on Saturday the 28th. And then State Line. Cool place to hang. Plenty of room to dance. If you're coming to do a little country Yahoo dancing over there at Iron Smoke Distillery. I'm telling you, the weekend, it's better with Iron Smoke Distillery. You can see their full calendar at ironsmokedistillery.com, where you can also email Scully and schedule a tour and a tasting. How great would that be? Iron Smoke Distillery in Fairport, New York, baby. Cobblestone on Main at 109 West Main Street is a place to take your taste buds on a culinary adventure, because the preparation style of all your favorite meals changes weekly. For example, it's date night. You go into Cobblestone on Main. You see the beautifully prepared 14-ounce premium reserve bone-in pork chop be delivered to a table next to you. You say, ooh, that looks good. I'll have it. Let's say you go back 2 weeks later. Have that same 14-ounce premium reserve bone-in pork chop, but this time it'll be prepared differently. So savor the flavors and then let them know what twist on the pork chop, for example, you like the best. Cobblestone on Main, where you can take your taste buds on a culinary adventure, your loved one on the perfect date, and yourself to just unwind. 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster.
It's your life and I'm not gonna live it. The change is coming and it's overdue. I'm gonna take you over the limit. You know I'm only looking out for you. I get lucky, I get lucky, and I see you get lucky too. I'll be there when you get it right. That's the beauty of living my life.
That is from one of my, there it is, Back to School. One of my favorite 80s movies, Back to School. I don't know if you guys are familiar or not. You're both a little younger, so I'm not sure. Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. And I play
Billy,
that.
what can I say?
I play that because I am going to parent night at school. And I got to tell you, like, I don't know about you, Kevin, but when I go back to these parent nights and things, I get a what are we doing?
Goosebumps?
No, I'm saying, I get all nervous and stuff because I go, man, what is happening with the?
Just be thankful it's high school, not elementary school.
Well,
I get half an ass cheek in a chair.
That's true, but then you got to go through the kids' schedule of the day and all that stuff. So I don't know. I always, and sometimes you always feel like, in a way, like some parents are looking at you side eye, like they're sizing you up, or you're a good parent, bad parent. I don't know. I see Beth like walking by, but she's blurred in the background of dancing. She's a teacher. I wonder, ask her if she gets nervous on parent night? Like, because they're the ones on stage and they're the ones being judged. And some parents, you always get that over-eager parent that's going to ask the questions and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they do it really early, though. They do it like the second or third day of school. They have a parent night. She just has to stand there and look cute. So it's really hard. You know, now if it were like a month into the school year, like you're doing right now, then you might be a little nervous.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of students and things, Geoffrey Rogers. Geoffrey Rogers, we tried to get his mom on because he was back in jail, last I knew, for violation of parole. But he was also pretty badly beaten up after the Maplewood Park shooting, and then they had a vigil for the young lady that was murdered there. And just as a quick aside, and I'll get back to Geoffrey Rogers. You know, I don't remember things being as violent with guns as it is today. My cousin had posted, and I would normally like pursue talking to her about this, but it just seems a little bit traumatic. Her son plays like Pop Warner football or something. And there was a shooting, a drive-by shooting, like at the park while they were there. And then I I have to go back and look, but a coach ended up getting shot and killed at the field, much like what happened in Buffalo. So we've had a similar incident in Buffalo, a similar incident in Florida, and then this Geoffrey. I go, wow, this is it. Just I don't remember youth sports, and we're talking young kids. It was young kids in Buffalo, and I don't think this boy is older than 10, and he's playing, and he's afraid to play football. She wrote this whole post.
The mayor says gun violence is down.
What's that?
The mayor says gun violence is down in the city.
Yeah, the governor
Came
too.
out today.
Yeah, I saw that, jackass.
Well,
So full of crap.
it may be down from, I don't know what, I mean, down is
From
down,
what,
right?
Yesterday?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Danny. Maybe he
Down
had,
one.
maybe he had 60 last week and 50 this week. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like 60 last year, whatever it was.
Right.
It's down. Yes, you are correct. But really, I call it a push.
Right. I mean, like they have that sign at the mayor's office that says days without a shooting. Okay, we're back up to 1.
It's terrible. It's terrible. But
It is terrible, but that's what. But this is what you get. This is the government we voted for, and it's trickling
I gotta
down to the
keep
rest
my
of us. And I
goddamn
feel
mouth shut.
terrible. What? I'm just reporting the facts, brother. I pay attention, and it's sad because when you have decent business people in Rochester saying everybody wants to go to Fairport, nobody wants to hang on East and Alexander or Park Avenue. These were not dangerous places, and they may still not be. But the perception is reality.
Well, there was
nobody
just
wants to go in the city anymore.
wasn't there a shooting just outside a bar on Monroe Avenue? Like
Yes, there was
Oxford.
Street.
Yeah.
And then there was another one like off Park over the summer.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's just that I don't remember that much gun violence ever. And I'm just wondering, is it now the way that people just go, oh, yeah, I'm going to get this guy, whoever it is, for whatever reason. And I don't know. Whatever it is, it's very scary, and it's unsettling, and it's unsettling to see it affecting young kids and young kids wanting to play in sports and all that. Boy, you can really, it's pretty traumatic to think that your coach got taken out by a bullet. Let me see. I just want to pull up my cousin's. Forgive me for a second because I want to pull up my cousin's post that came up in my. Here it is. This past weekend, after our football game, there was a drive-by shooting near our field. At this point, no one was hurt. She and 2 of her kids left. Later that evening, after the 14U game, so we're talking kids, Jameson's age and under, 14 under. I think actually you can't be 14, or can you? I don't know. Game, there was an altercation at the field that resulted in a shooting, which sadly killed one of their coaches. Her son is having a hard time with the whole situation, as well as most of the league. He's unsure he wants to continue playing football, which hurts my heart because he loves all things football. I just I go, man, I don't ever remember that at all, where there was things that were just settled through a gun. Like what could possibly happen on a 14 under football field that requires a gun to settle it? That's the part I don't get. I mean, we've seen all kinds of things where parents get in people's faces. There's disagreements. I don't even remember. I don't know. It just seems it's unsettling. And anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Why I keep my mouth shut to Rick now?
Are you afraid of that for real, Kevin? Are you kidding?
I'm not afraid of it. I don't think anything would happen at white boy hockey, but who knows? You never know what people are packing or what people are going through. Well, so you know
mental
what?
Health.
It could be out there. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Danny, it does seem like a mental. It sounds like a mental health thing.
Yeah, I mean, your state really dictates like how you're going to behave at certain times. And if you say, "Hey, I caught him in a bad day," well, I mean, today's bad day is 10 times worse than yesterday's bad day, right? It's just all the food we eat, all the medication, all that stuff. Eventually, like people are like walking around like ticking time bombs at times. You catch them on the wrong day, man, in the wrong state with the wrong weapon, it could be over. You don't know what you're going to say. Like Bills games, for crying out loud, man. They still get into fights in the parking lot, still getting fight. I mean, and they're winning. They're playing well. Okay.
Wait,
People
were there
still getting-
fights this past week on Monday night? I don't remember seeing a fight.
No, I'm just saying there's
fights at
always
every game.
There's
You
always
see it on
fights.
Facebook every week. There's always a fight at every single game.
Mm.
And there's always that one little woman in the middle of it. Don't hit my baby.
Oh no, he did.
Speaking of somebody's baby, it has been said that Geoffrey Rogers has been sentenced to 2 to 4 years in the custody of New York State Department of Corrections. That sounds to me like parole. Does it not? Department of Corrections. It doesn't. It sounds that way. I'm not smart enough to know what that is. This is
Is that house arrest or?
I don't know. This is in regard to a robbery in Erie County, according to the Monroe County DA's office. What do we know that Geoffrey was involved in a robbery in Erie County? So somebody sent this to me and then said, okay, so maybe I enjoy saying I told you so a bit too much. I paid that kid, Geoffrey Rogers. I said, excuse me, that came out wrong. I said that kid, Geoffrey Rogers, was no good from the get-go. I don't know why people thought he was great, a wolves in sheep clothing. I thought he was interesting, and I thought he was young because he does a lot of the same things my 14-year-old son does in terms of posing when he's got nice clothes on, nice threads on. But I didn't think he was that. He just seemed like a meek kid. I almost want to, should we try to call Geoffrey Rogers? I don't even know if the numbers
Why not?
are still working anymore with Geoffrey.
Let's give him a shot.
Well,
I mean,
remember
let's
we tried
try him.
calling his mom, and she wouldn't. He got. I guess she asked his permission, and he was in the Monroe County lockup, and she was asking his permission to come on, and he she told me he yelled at her saying, "I don't want you talking to anybody." So I'm not really sure if that. Let me see. I'm gonna get the.
So
phone.
I just Googled it. Being in custody of the Department of Corrections means being held in state or federal prison or local jail. Inmates remain in custody until their maximum expiration date, unless they are released by the Board of Parole or through conditional release.
Wow. So that means he's in jail.
He can't get out.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So your phone call might not work unless he's traded 3 Snickers bars and a Twix bar for use of the phone.
No, my phone call won't work, but I wonder if I had his mom's number somewhere, and I wonder if I kept it in my phone or not.
Is his website up for sale now? Then is it free to grab? GS News.
Well, hang on, I'm gonna call. We're just gonna call and see what happens here. Just
Currently under construction.
Sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If
damn.
you feel you have reached this...
Okay, hang on. That's one number. Hang on. Let's see. This is his mobile.
Do I get my refund for my monthly payment?
Rogers. I'm not available at this time, but if you leave your name, number, and reason why you're calling, and I'll be sure to get back to you.
All right, so they disconnected the other one.
Leave him a message.
The Geoffrey Rod. No, well, that was his cell phone. For what? He's not even going to hear it, right?
Hey,
Fuck.
you need $10 in your commissary?
We got to talk to his mom next week. I have her number somewhere. I'll try. Maybe next set we'll try to call his mom. But because Geoffrey Rogers can't be, if he's being held, it's an Erie County thing, but if he's being held in Monroe County, and it was the Monroe County DA's office, I got to think there are some guys in there that don't like Geoffrey Rogers. Geoffrey Rogers was getting so beat up at this vigil. And it was women going after him, but they were slamming his head like up around his neck and his arm in the car door. And then he finally got away and ran because I think some people came and helped them to get out of there. But that was they were his mother thinks they were trying to kill him.
I believe that. Absolutely, they're trying to kill him. They have no shame. They don't care.
Next time you're doing what you do at the courthouse, you could swing over to the jail and see if you can say hi.
Well, we got to find. It's
what you doing in cell block C?
All right. Here's a great.
What you reading in jail?
What you doing in cell block C?
Yeah, I got some biography of Malcolm X.
Wait, now if Geoffrey is in the Monroe County Jail, can I go in as a visitor?
Yeah, I think you should be able to.
Are you allowed to tape the conversations with the prisoner?
I think they do. I feel like you have a
they do. They do, but I mean, can just any schmuck off the street go in there? Huh?
You'd have to ask Hurley.
Yeah, because
Or Baxter.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Only because it would be interesting to find out, like, what happened. What is he accused of a robbery? So I think this is an accumulation of a number of things, and I'm wondering if the robbery is something like he took a pen off somebody in Erie County or whatever. Watch it be something really heinous. But
he stole the pencil from the library that says pencil stolen from Erie County Library.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Right, but I mean, I'm thinking, like, is it something like that? And then it's all the other violations of parole that have gone on for a long time now that have finally put him away for an extended, so 2 to 4 years.
That's a long time, man. So he must have really screwed up. That's an awful long time.
You don't fuck with Greg Connor's car in Buffalo, baby. You just don't.
Yeah, I wonder if you can probably get out on good behavior. We got to get now. I'm so curious. I got to find out what's going on here.
Good behavior. I got to tell you though, like, I mean, if he is like not well liked, and people are coming to make him a target, okay, and if he's a target, like getting out of good behavior is probably not going to be an option for Geoffrey Rogers because he's going to have to defend himself at some point or many points, and that just might be one day, let alone many days that necessitate 2 to 4 years. I don't think this is going to be one of those situations where a sentence can be cut in half on good behavior. I just don't see that. I hope that's the case for him because he's a decent kid. I like to believe he's a decent kid.
But
apparently he's not.
Who's safer in jail? Geoffrey Rogers
Diddy
or Diddy? Because Diddy, people were saying that Diddy's worried about somebody poisoning his food. You know?
Have to shut down the studio.
Like, and he's going, I'm not worried about people poisoning my food. I don't care. No one's going to do that. But I'm thinking, yeah, you got to have your guard up all the time because I have to think that there's people who just for a little bit of money or a little help for somebody on the outside would absolutely take Diddy out. Like poison his food or
I think there's a lot of people who'd want to take him out.
Yeah, don't you think?
He's got them all on tape too. I mean,
I just looked up the inmate roster for Monroe County, and Geoffrey's name is on there.
It is on there. Wait, you can do that?
I give you a 6-digit number if you want to know his prison number.
Okay, what is his prison number? Tell us his prison number.
That'll be the title of the show.
Yes, that's not 69, 69, 69.
8675309.
Close.
Wine.
It's 601-566 if you want to drop some money on his commissary.
861-5066. Okay.
Oh, you could do that?
601-566.
601-566. 601-566. Geoffrey Rogers.
You could give them money?
I don't. Yeah.
How do you think they get their ramen?
Oh, okay.
I
don't know anything about that stuff.
Can we call? You know what? We got to get Hurley on. I wonder if Hurley can join us on camera, and we can ask about visitation at the prison.
You want me to call him?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, send him a text, but I'd rather get him on camera. See if I send him a link, would he be able to come on, get his email, and then we'll try to get him on because that would be interesting. Because I would love to go see Geoffrey Rogers. Actually, we'll have to. I didn't realize how late it is. Is it already 6 o'clock? Yeah. So why don't
6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll take a moment. We'll see if we can get him. If not, we'll do our closest to the pin game and wrap it up because I got to be over at school by 6:30. And we will do that right after this. JoJo Bistro and Wine Bar is one of my favorite places to hang out, especially for happy hour. Did you know they have $5 glasses of wine from 4 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at both JoJo locations? Yeah, the one in Webster and then the original in the Village of Pittsford. $5. White, red, rosé, your choice. Plus, they have $4 beers, $6 cocktails, wine down after work. It's available only in the bar area. No reservations needed. JoJo Bistro and Wine Bar. Tell them Billified sent you. MJ Dispensary at 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta. Here comes the weekend and you want to relax. They've got something for you. You want to sleep a little bit better because you haven't been sleeping all week. They've got something for you at MJ Dispensary. All you have to do is go in there and talk to the bud tenders. Highly educated, will be able to educate you, and you're going to be sleeping better, relaxing a little more this weekend. Maybe you just want to have something that's going to give you a little more creativity. They have that. They have everything. It's unbelievable what is available and what they know at MJ Dispensary. You need to know about it. So get in there, 900 Jefferson Road in the regional market, or you can go online to mj585.com. They'll also deliver right to you. So that saves you a little bit of time. Hey, it's the weekend. Relax. Get your relax on with MJ Dispensary. Online at mjdispensary585.com and in person at 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta. And Geoffrey's coming out on the town. And Denny are gonna be running around.
We don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. High and low, looking right to left.
I will say this. I think one of the underrated rock bands of all time, Thin Lizzy. I don't know that they had a long run. Phil Lynott from Ireland. Do you agree with that or disagree with that? Dan Barillo.
Yeah, they're cool. I mean, like they had what 3 hits?
Yeah,
they had the boys are back. Boys are back in town.
Right. Jailbreak.
Whiskey in the Jar.
Jailbreak. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
they were pretty big for Ireland back in the day, Dan, and that's a great song.
They're the foghat of their time. Sure.
Yeah, the foghat of their time. The foghat of their time. Did you reach out to Hurley, Kevin?
I did. I haven't gotten anything back.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll try to get it because I think I want to go visit Geoffrey while he's in the joint.
I sent you all the information. You got to apply.
You have to apply?
I sent you the link. There's a whole list of things.
Now, what if
mine won't open up?
What if Geoffrey
he's allowed 2 1-hour visits each week by appointment. So you have to make an appointment too.
Oh. So his mom may want to see him. But what if I only took 20 minutes? Does that mean but they're 2 1 hour, so you have an hour. I don't want to spend
so you get a 1 hour, you get a 1 hour interview, and you got to go through a screening. You are not to be under any influence of drugs or alcohol, so you might be out automatically.
How dare you?
He sounds like
you are permitted 1 layer of clothing,
which they will check.
So wait, 1 layer, so you can't wear. Now hang on a second. What if I was wearing an undershirt underneath my shirt? That's 2 layers.
I think that might count, but I don't think you can have a hoodie.
Okay, so you
got to walk in like Mr. Clean.
What if I just walk? If I walked in naked?
Here's the tough one for you. Visitors must arrive 30 minutes prior to their scheduled time.
Jesus. Yeah, and you know what? Parking down there is a pain in the ass. Forget it. I'm out. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. You're never on time.
Oh, I am on time. I get on time. I'm on time with stuff. I'm sorry. Is this our one? Wait.
What was it like?
Oh,
remember that dude who on Park Avenue? He lived off Park Avenue. I think he lived on Rowley Street in the city. Yeah. He was a psychiatrist.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he also supplied heroin.
Yes.
And so the kid over ODs. It was in my neighborhood. Kid ODs.
They buried him.
In his backyard, puts like a lawn chair over it. Nothing to see here. They arrest him. They dig the body out. They bring him to jail. And because he's a psychiatrist and people needed his help, they let him out for appointments. So he was on like house arrest. So people
who'd want to still go to that guy?
Right. I know. That's what I said.
Who would want to go to that guy? That's crazy. Dan,
so listen, if you got some business with Geoffrey Rogers, maybe maybe it's worth an appointment or 2.
So I want to point out
1 layer of clothing.
The last thing on this website that I sent you, after it goes through all the different details of what you got to do when it's open, how you can send them money, the last listing is the talks to the Prison Rape Elimination Act of 2003.
That's nice. Wait, the what does this say again? The Prison Rape Elimination
Act? The Prison Rape Elimination. Yes, of 2003.
How do you?
So if you get raped in prison,
they don't follow laws outside. How are they going to follow the laws inside? Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's there.
All right.
It's your government working for you.
Well, I mean, I look. It sounds awful. the things that we know. I mean, I didn't watch the show Oz because it was too graphic for me when it was on, and it was graphic.
That's why I follow rules.
Right. All right, Kevin. Speaking of rules, closest to the pin, what do you have, sir?
All right. The Buffalo Bills sit alone atop the AFC East with a record of 3-0, which they have done now 12 times. How many times have the Bills started 4-0?
I think it was 72, 68. Inside Dan Burrow said 85.
Why I wrote that question?
Well, actually, I wrote down a number, but I have no idea. Go ahead.
Ryan Seacrest has taken over the big wheel on Wheel of Fortune. His predecessor, Pat Sajak, hosted for how many seasons?
Okay. As many as the Bills started out 4-0.
No.
I wish.
With the NHL season kicking off next week and debuting its newest team, the Utah Hockey Club,
Boo.
how many teams currently in the league have been around for more than 50 years in their same location?
How many?
How many of the league's teams have been around for more than 50 years in the same location? So Minnesota going to Dallas is out. I'll give you one. It doesn't count.
Okay.
On this date in 1881, the Chicago Cubs beat a team called Troy 10-8 before a record small crowd of how many? How many were in the crowd to see the Cubs beat Troy in 1881? Lincoln might have been there.
How many were in the crowd in 1881? Not a lot of entertainment, I'm thinking, in 1881. So, okay.
Just balconies and plays. On this date, The Tonight Show premiered on NBC, hosted by Steve Allen, in what year? And last but not least, known for her many, many movie roles and her scented candle goop, Gwyneth Paltrow celebrates a birthday today. How old is Gwyneth?
All right. Let's
Back
go.
to the top. How many times have the Bills started 4-0?
I want to say 3 times.
Oh, my God. I did the same thing, Danny. I wrote 3 because I could see your paper from here. No, I wrote I wrote 3 thinking that it would be like quite a drop-off. I do remember them doing it and being on the cover of Sports Illustrated with who was the big fat lineman who scooped one up and ran it back.
That was that wasn't the same year, but that was Sam Adams.
But I thought they went 4-0 that year. No?
No, they went 4-0. No. They went 4-0, I think, in 81, 88, and 2020.
2020? All right, I said 3. I said 3, but I watched it before.
And about 6 other times. They've gone it 9 times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Okay.
How many seasons did Pat Sajak host the Wheel of Fortune?
I'm 44. I want to say 45.
I said 42 seasons.
It is 41 seasons.
Oh, Danny.
Bill Moran takes the early lead.
Oh, Danny.
The Utah Hockey Club debuts. How many teams currently in the league have been around for more than 50 years in their same city?
I'm curious because I don't, Danny, you're not a big hockey guy, but you do know sports and you've been around it.
Yes.
So
I'm very smart.
I love that your thing says sponsored by Connors Ferris and Maranimal. All right. What did you say? What was your answer?
I said 12.
I said 9.
Ooh, Dan Barillo tightens the lead up. It's 14.
Damn. Okay.
How many in the
next one's gonna blow it
crowd to
open.
see the Cubs beat Troy?
I said 17 people.
17. I'm going. It's boring. There's nothing going on. You go outside, but was this hockey?
No, well, baseball. The
Baseball.
Chicago
Oh,
Cubs.
I
Record small,
said 240.
Record small.
Record small
It's
crowd.
12.
Oh, record small crowd. Never mind. I fucked that up. Yep, you're right. It blew
It was-
wide
it
open.
was 12.
I was trying to look for an email at the same time as you were asking that. I need my kid's schedule to go to this thing, and I don't have it. Surprised?
Which is 10 more than the White Sox had last night.
I lost. All right, go ahead. What do we got now?
What year did the Tonight Show premiere?
Was it 67?
I said 56.
1954.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. I lost because I totally fucked that other question up. I was thinking there was not a lot of entertainment, and I thought it was
So
hockey.
it was Steve. It was Steve Allen. Then it
Yeah.
was Jack Parr. Then it was
Yeah.
Johnny Carson.
Yes.
Okay.
That was Jay, and then Conan, and then Jay, and then
The J.
and then probably Jay again soon.
Yeah.
Could be.
How
Did you hear about this? You listen to this. Geoffrey Rogers is in jail. Did you hear about this?
All right, what do you... Last one.
Sorry.
How old is Gwyneth and her goopy smelling candle? Now she has a new one too, by the way.
What is it, her
It
ass?
smells like her orgasm.
Stop
It smells
it.
like her orgasm.
Are you for real?
I am for real.
Wow.
I am for real.
Or as my kid says,
By the way,
actually, 52 is what I said. She's 52.
I wrote 57.
She is 51.
Yeah, buddy. I know my women, Dan.
I
guess
think you
so.
won more questions there, Bill.
I did, but I lost. I blew it open on a question. I should have paid attention. My bad. I all of
Yeah.
a sudden panicked
So it's
because
like
if you heard my chime go off, it says I have to be there in a couple minutes. But
so according to Savannah Bananas rules, you won this round. But, according to actual points.
no, actual points I did not. According to our rules, Dan, I lost. And I like our rules. That's the way it should be. Well,
I
fellas,
don't think you've won a game in like a year.
oh, go bite my ass. I did. I have.
What?
I absolutely have.
When?
I don't know. I don't keep.
When?
My name isn't Dan Barillo. I don't have to wear it on my sleeve. Dan has a tattoo of all his wins. It's score, 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 and then slash score, score.
If he turns the camera on, it's banner.
So wait, two quick things before we go. Somebody did say that they were very excited. They beat Dan in Theme That Tune when they were listening. They got
Congratulations.
14 or something. And then somebody did ask real quick, listening to the podcast, curious what Dan did for his intrusive thoughts OCD.
You have to just let him pass by. You have to just tell him it's an intrusive thought. It's not you.
Just
Let
recognize it and move on.
Yeah, just it's like when they teach in like meditation. I'm not a meditator, but it's like you're supposed to just like clouds, just or
You got it.
cars, just passing cars, just let them just go by. It's not because if you hold on to the thought, then all of a sudden you will like create neural pathways and dig the hole deeper in your head because you keep, like you say in psychology, you keep bringing it up, and bringing it up, and it burrows into your brain.
Fellas, do we like this? Interesting, a little different.
I do.
Yeah, well,
A little different. I like.
I'm gonna get better equipment.
Well,
I like being in the studio.
I love having you in the studio. I like when I can actually see you and smell your musk, Dan.
I appreciate that. I like when Jameson comes in and interrupts stuff too.
Yeah, well, he did already today. All right, for Dan Barillo in his gaming chair, but he's never played a game. For Kevin Muir, K-Dog, balls deep on the west side. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you Monday.